Coming up next on RTV, the latest edition of Radnor 411, with updates from the departments, including a sit-down question and answer with the Township Health Officer, the introduction of the new Expenditure Coordinator, and much more. So please stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this episode of Radnor 411. Hello, and welcome to the April 2012 edition of Radnor 411. My name is Jim Doling, and I will be your host. Spring is here, and I, for one, am quite happy that it has arrived. Radnor Township had a mild winter, which many of us probably took advantage of, missing out on several episodes of Radnor 411. I am pleased to inform you that you can catch up with past episodes of Radnor 411, as well as the latest video of every televised public meeting here at the Township Building, by just going to visit the Radnor Township website at www.radnor.com and click on the Video on Demand section. Once there, you'll have a chance to view every episode available. In our first segment, I had the pleasure of sitting down with the Township Health Officer, Larry Tautone, who was more than happy to answer a few questions I had. Hello, I'm here with Larry Tautone, the Health Officer of Radnor Township, here to ask him a few questions, and I just thought we might just jump right in with the questions, if that's okay with you, Larry. Let's talk a little bit about swimming pools in Radnor Township. What should residents know regarding commercial swimming pools?
Well, Jim, there are several things that concerned bathers should be questions they should ask. The first thing is they should ask if the lifeguards are certified as a lifeguard, whether they're certified in CPR and certified in first aid. The second thing is, that's very important, is to understand the number of bathers per lifeguards. How many lifeguards do you have per bathers? The recommendation and the requirement by Radnor Township is one certified lifeguard for every 50 bathers. And the last thing that I think is very important is whether or not the wading pool has a lifeguard assigned to it, along with the frequency of lifeguards. You want to make sure that the baby pool or the wading pool has a lifeguard assigned to it, and that's been recently changed to be consistent with the state's recommendations or the state's requirements as far as lifeguards, that the wading pool has a certified lifeguard assigned to it.
Larry, another question I've always had is, what is the required frequency of sampling the pools?
Jim, that's an excellent question. Pools are required to have several samples. Outdoor pools are required to be sampled once every hour. Indoor pools are required to be sampled once every 2 hours. And the purpose for that is that there's different things that have an impact on the chlorine. The sunlight, suntan lotion, deodorants, all have an impact on using up the free chlorine in the pool. In addition to that, there's a state and a local requirement that an independent laboratory does a full sample of a lot of things that are required by the state statute. And those records are required to be kept on site for a year, and they also send me a copy. And when I look for that, what I look at in that report is to make sure that there's no fecal coliforms in the pool. So those are the samples that are required.
Wow, Larry, thanks a lot for answering that. I've always wondered about that. Another question I do have for you is about cats and dogs, or puppies and kittens. A friend of mine just got a puppy who lives in the township, and she had asked me when she should get the puppy vaccinated, and I really had no answer to that. And I was just wondering If you have a new puppy, new kitten in the township, and you just get them, when should they be vaccinated? And then also, maybe if you're moving to the township and you bring a dog or cat with you and they're not vaccinated or they've been vaccinated in the past, when should they be vaccinated?
Jim, that's another excellent question. I'm going to try to answer the first one first. Puppies and kittens, within 10 days after they turn 3 months of age, puppies and kittens must be vaccinated in Radnor Township. Dogs and cats that move into the township are required to be vaccinated for rabies within the first 30 days.
Well, thanks, Larry. I'll make sure I let her know when to get her puppy vaccinated. I do have one more question for you. I couldn't help but notice all the new food establishments in the township, and I want to know what you attribute to this.
Radnor Township's location is ideal for food facilities. The location of the Blue Route, Lancaster Avenue is a main artery leading to the downtown. All the shopping centers between Philadelphia and Lancaster County. We have 5 train stations that are in walking distance to the downtown. Colleges that are here in the township. Radnor Township, there's no better place to set up a food facility. But when we look at the new food facilities, although I welcome them and I think I'm hoping we get more, let us not forget the existing ones and the mom and pops, the ones that have been here for years and have made this the place that all the new ones want to come to. So yeah, I think that our location is ideal and key. And then we have residents here who are used to fine dining. And whether that is high-end dining or whether it's the chains, it's not so much of what it costs, it's the quality of the food that they're used to. So Radnor Township is ideal.
Larry, I want to thank you for sitting down with me to answer those questions. I really appreciate it because I know a lot of people have questions. And if you have any questions out there, feel free to let us know, 610-688-5600. You can ask for me, Jim Doling, or Larry Tautone, the health officer, and we can hopefully answer your questions that you may have. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you again soon on Radnor 411.
Thank you, Jim.
On Wednesday, March 28th, Radnor Township Police Department Superintendent William Colorillo presented 3 certificates of appreciation to the Public Works Department Sign Division. This group constantly provides services to the TSU and Highway Patrol and the community by placing signs and making the roads a safer place to be in Radnor. They recently put together the 6 new radar speed boards that will service various wards in the township. This was a very labor-intensive project, and we thank them for the extra effort. Pictured from left to right are Superintendent William Colorillo, Sean Witherspoon, William Cassidy, Jerome Graves, and Sergeant Christopher Flanagan. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this short announcement.
Hi, my name's Leah McVeigh, and I'm with the Recreation Department of Radnor Township. Today I want to welcome you to Fenimore Woods Park. This picnic area is available for rent by Radnor residents, non-residents, companies, churches, whatnot, to have their picnics here. The rental fee is $75 for a Radnor Township resident, or it's $150 if you're having a company picnic or you're a non-resident. There's 15 picnic tables here underneath the shelter that provide a way for your family and your guests to get out of the elements in case it's a hot day or it's raining. The picnic shelter holds between 25 and 150 people here under the shelter. That's 10 at a table. There's plenty of parking for your guests. We have 2 parking lots, and there's also a drive-in if you need to drive and drop off someone. You can come from the Paul Road entrance, and you can actually drive in your handicapped or elderly guests right up here to the shelter. There's a double charcoal grill here outside of the shelter, and there's some other charcoal grills scattered throughout the park area that you're welcome to bring your charcoal for your hamburgers and your hot dog cooking and whatnot. Please feel free to bring your charcoal. Just make sure your fires are out when you leave. There's trash cans you can leave behind your trash. There's a trash receptacle up in the parking lot, and we'd prefer that you take your trash up there to that parking lot. The playground area is a beautiful location for children to gather and play while you're having your picnic here at Fenimore. The park is open from dawn to dusk, and you're welcome to reserve it anytime during those hours. Fenimore Woods has a 3-acre lake that you can bring your children 15 and under, and they're welcome to fish. I hope you enjoy your visit here at Fenimore, and we welcome you to call us at 610-688-5600, extension 136, to make your picnic reservation. Thank you, and have a nice day.
And now we head over to the Finance Department, where the director, Bill White, introduces us to one of the newest members of Team Radnor and also gives us his monthly update. Bill?
Well, thank you, Jim, and welcome to Finance Department's portion of the April 2012 Radnor 411 show. We are here with one of our newest members. Although it's been 6 months, I gave him a 6-month stay of not having to show up on the show, but his time has come. I think it's he does such an important role here for the township and for the departments that we wanted to find out and get to know who he is. Plus, after your appearance on the red carpet with the State of the Township,
all my fans want more.
It started a buzz in the community. I'm sure everyone's talking. So who are we standing here with? If you could introduce yourself. How long have you been with the township?
I'm Ben Cooper. I've been in the current role for the past 6 months, as you already said. Before that, I was writing parking tickets outside over the summer for 3 months.
3 months. So part-time meter enforcement to the expenditure coordinator in the finance department. So what is it about the expenditure coordinator job that you were interested in?
Well, it works well with my degree. I have a master's degree in public administration from Radnor University, so it's right up that line of government.
There you go. And if you're unsure whether or not he does have the degree, if you're ever in the finance department and you come to the finance window, you will see it proudly hung. You can almost see it from the moon. So congratulations on that. No, seriously, and all joking aside, that's a good accomplishment. So long-term wise, what's your goal? Where do you want to be?
I guess one day I'd like to run the whole thing, be the township manager. That's end game.
There you go.
Down the road.
Fantastic. Well, we appreciate your time. Expenditure coordinator, let's talk a little bit about that before we jump off here. So what does that entail exactly?
Well, my main duties are I pay all the bills. Everything that comes in the township I have to handle direct to the departments that bought the product and have them approve it. I also assist in all the Act 511 things, pretty much anything anyone needs help with. GSD.
Getting the stuff done. That's what we like to see. All right, Ben, well, we appreciate it. The residents appreciate it, although you do most of your work for the departments, making sure the vendors get paid. But at the end of the day, it's an important role. It's an important function for the department, and we appreciate it. So I'll be back momentarily to talk a little bit more about finance. Thanks. All right, I'm back, and I would like to again thank Mr. Cooper for taking a minute and introducing himself on this segment of the 411. What we'll be doing starting here in April and then in the future months is introducing different members of the department. So if you're watching the show, you get an opportunity to meet who is working in the finance department, exactly what they're doing. So that was Ben Cooper. He's the expenditure coordinator, and he's been a good asset and a good addition to the department for the last 6 months. And actually, he was doing a terrific job as the meter enforcement person as well. So he's been a valuable member of our team for quite a while. Some of the other things going on in the finance department for April. We continue to have our special board meetings with the commissioners to have public discussions on some of the major items that impact the township on a long-term basis. As a quick recap, in January we discussed the forecasting and capital plans and situations there. In February, we talked about some of the longer-term unfunded liabilities associated with the payroll, which include pensions, other post-employment benefits, compensated absences, and those types of discussions and what the township's options are in terms of funding those moving forward. And then in March, we took some time and we met with the board to talk about staffing levels for the various departments and then what that means in terms of the services that are provided. So now we're into April. We're getting close to the point of time, according to the calendar, where we start rolling all this information up, putting the numbers into the forecast, and then starting to see what that looks like over the 5-year horizon. And there's actually been some discussions about taking the 5-year forecast and blowing it out another 5 years to make it more of a 10-year look. So we're working on that as well. One of the integral players in all of these discussions has been the CARFAC. They continue to be involved. They're assisting the administration now in doing some of the research and background work on the market analysis in terms of the pensions and OPEB, basically where we stack up against comparable municipalities and even comparable private service industries as well, so we have a market analysis on where we're at and as a baseline or a benchmark in moving forward on how we address these. So they continue to help out on that front. They're also assisting in the forecasting and making that model, improving upon that model and adding the additional 5 years to it as well. So we're also working on completing a bond refunding. The idea of refunding a bond is not too dissimilar from refinancing your mortgage. The terms of the bonds that were originally issued in 2007, the terms are will all stay the same. We're only refunding the unpaid principal portion, and basically what we're doing is trying to capitalize on some lower interest rates in the market, which at the end of the day, if it's successful, if the market is low enough, if the market interest rates are low enough, it will help save the township money on our annual debt service expenses. So we are working on finalizing that transaction. The pricing was at the end of March, so we're working and analyzing the numbers to see if that's a good way to go or not. So those are a couple of the big items right now. April also is the month in which we send out the annual sewer rent invoices. Those will go out at the beginning of the month. Amy Lacey in the finance department is the one who oversees and administers that program. So if you have any questions after you've received the bill, please give Amy a call. If she's not available, you can talk to anyone in the finance department. We'll be happy to help you out. As always, the Township website's a great resource for information, www.radnor.com. Our contact information's out there if you have any questions. You can send us emails or give us a call, and we'll be happy to assist you. Thanks a lot, and I will look for you back here next month.
Up next, the Recreation Department tells us about some of the wonderful upcoming programs the Township has to offer.
It's all about having fun while learning with the UK Elite Petite Soccer program. Children will progress by learning new skills each week through age-appropriate activities. Participants will learn the fundamentals of soccer from individual ball handling drills, group activities, and small scrimmages. This program incorporates constant movement, aerobic exercise, and eye-foot coordination, as well as healthy social interaction. This is an ideal activity to promote all-around physical development in early childhood. This program will take place on Saturday mornings during April and May at the Radnor Activity Center. For more information, visit radnorrecreation.com. The American Safety and Health Institute will be holding a 2-day babysitters training with CPR course on Tuesday, May 8th and Thursday, May 10th that gives future babysitters the information and skills necessary to provide safe and responsible care. Classes will develop skills in leadership, safety, basic care and first aid, child and infant CPR, and professionalism. Participants must be present for both days of the program in order to complete the course. Registration is now open for Radnor Recreation's 2 most popular summer programs, Radnor Day Camp and Summer Tot Lot. The camps will take place Monday through Friday, June 25th to August 3rd. New for this summer at Radnor Day Camp, an extended day option and a leadership and training program for teen campers. For more information on each of the programs, pricing, or to register online, visit radnorrecreation.com. Join Radnor Township in partnership with the Radnor Conservancy, Radnor Cub Scout Pack 19, and others as we celebrate being named a 2012 Tree City USA. This is the 20th year Radnor has received this national recognition. We will recognize the history and importance of Arbor Day, and an honorary tree planting ceremony will take place along the Radnor Trail. The event will take place on Tuesday, April 24th at 6 p.m. at the Friends of Radnor Trail Park. We hope to see you there.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching Radnor 411. And remember, our TV is your information station. See you next month.